Greetings folks. In this tutorial I'm going to follow up on our previous one about how to put together points for assembling VEX parts for a VEX robot. So in the last video I showed you how to put together a point, how to do rectangular patterns on the layout out of a sketch, okay, and I'm going to show you how to transpose those now from this face across to this face. Okay, well, let's get started. I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, and do I need to bring in a file from here? Nope, I'm all set. So I'm just going to grab my sketch, and I'm going to be drawing points on this face now instead of the other face. So this face here is where I'm going to be drawing. And it's taking a while to think about life for some reason. Apparently I really scared it. There you go. Alright, so it's all laid out. I'm now drawing on the inside of that. Now you can see these points here, those are actually on the back side over here. Okay, I actually want to, these are the ones we did before, and now I'm over on the front side, I should say. I'm actually on the inside now. So I want to get those points through. So the way that we do this is, well, you can draw them again like we did before, or hit P for project and then click on it. Unfortunately, I would love just to be able to click and drag and be able to highlight all of them and project them through, but you can't. So what I do is I come through and I look at the different points that I can grab, and I also look all the way down. I can go along and click each one of these. Yes, you can do that. But my end pattern is like this. Do you see it? It's like this. It's like the less than symbol in mathematics. Okay? So it's with the alligator jaw facing open to the right. So that's what I want to project. So I need these first two, okay? But then I'm going to get these three, okay? 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to project all 5 of those to start and hit OK. Now I'm going to do a rectangular pattern of just these 3 across all the way to the end, and that's it. Okay? Because you can actually use these projected points as joints, as points to join by when you go to assemble your parts, and we'll see those in later videos, so don't worry about that right now. So I'm going to go and create rectangular pattern, and it's going to be for this point, I missed that first one. Points are really hard to grab, so I actually often drag like that just so I can get them. There we go. So now I got them. There are good question. How many more left to go? I think it's 34 left to go. I'd have to double check that. And the distance will be just like, I think it'll be like the middle row from the previous side where I lose ½ inch here in distance and ½ inch on the other side too. So I think I'm going to end up losing a total of 1 inch across the entire distance, and the entire distance of a 35 hole metal is half of the 35, so 17.5 inches is the total length. And VEX uses that for a reason, because in their games your maximum length is 18 inches by 18 inches by 18 inches. So if each piece is 17.5, that gives you enough wiggle room to be within the legal parameters. Okay, so I lost ½ inch at each end of the metal for the holes, so I'm left at 16.5 inches, I believe. Should get us right to the end perfectly. Let's go zoom in and double check. Looks like we're right on schedule. Perfect. Again, remember, I've got triple copies sitting here, and I just need singles. Okay. Often people do triple copies, and it just adds to all the geometry that you end up carrying along in your file, and you'll slow down your computer and slow down your computer as it has to re-render triple the amount of geometry every time. Okay, so I think I'm done that sketch. I've got all my holes there, and I'm done. All right, there you go, folks. So now we've got points on this face here from the previous video. Now we've got points on this face here. So now if I was to bring in a screw, I'd put it on this face, and if I had a nut, I'd put it on this face with these points, and I'll show you those again in a later video. Now the last video that I'll make coming up next is the same thing we just did, front and back, but for this top row and for this bottom, for this top row here and the inside of it, and this bottom row here and the outside of it. Okay, so we'll do that one in the next video. All right, folks, good job. See you next time.